Contour presents Terrible Impersonations. Yo, Adrian!
So fluffy.
Say hello to my little friend. With Contour's voice remote, you don't have to be good. You just have to say it and your TV finds it.
Hey, son of a nutcracker!
Voice remote on Contour from Cox. Cable TV reimagined to get you right to the good stuff. Available to residential customers in Cox service areas. Broadband Wi-Fi connection required for app-based viewing. Not all famous movie quotes are searchable. Other conditions apply.
Blog Talk Radio.
I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working towards.
Welcome, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the Metronome Theory Show with your host, Catherine Mills. I think she's going to be with us momentarily. Thank you for joining us. Yes. A lot of applause. Thank you for joining us. Catherine, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
She is here. Wait, we got to get another one for that. Yes, she's here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
the
wow.
super blogger, the most
Thanks.
incredible, international, from the U.S. to the UK to the Philippines to I don't even know what other part. I think she's somewhere in South America, Jamaica. You're doing a lot of incredible things, Miss Mills. We love you. We love you. I'm glad to be able to co-host this show with you. Your show, I know, is going to be fabulous. Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I am actually the one who's honored, Mr. Azborn Bey, because you are
yes.
just, there's no words to describe how much.
There's no words, no.
I
My
adore
mother
you,
said the same thing. Yeah.
But all in love, peace and love.
Yes, all in love. I think so. Right. You know, I thought my name was a 4-letter word for the first 8 years of my life. So we won't get into that. We won't get into that, you know. And then it changed to hey. So that's a 3-letter word. I like it. You know what I mean? But she also told me there are no words to describe me. And I said, thanks, Mom, I think.
Well, with that being said, I am going to do my formal welcome to everyone listening to the Metronome Theory Live. In case people aren't familiar, I have a music website called the Metronome Theory, and that address is www.metronometheory.com. And I interview artists, and I basically give them a voice to let people know what their musical journey is. We don't get into any tabloid type material or deeply personal material, but what we talk about is what we all really are interested in, and that is the music and how they are inspired. And I also showcase their websites. I have links up. I have video up of live performances or videos. Sometimes I'll have an MP3 of a particular song at their, request of what they want people to hear, and pictures so you can know who these artists are. And there's a lot of phenomenal, independent people who are striving to make the dreams come true. And a lot of them are doing that on just a regular budget. They don't have the backing of a major label or anything like that. But I feel like I spend and I give them part of what a major label gives them. I mean, I give them that article and they can use it however they want. Promotion, to gain more fans, to gain more gig opportunities. So however they see fit to use that article, hey, they've got carte blanche. And with that relationship or trust that I've developed with many artists, I mean, so many huge blessings have come my way. I've got the opportunity to really make some really, really cool friends that I now personally consider as part of my family. So I'm sending shout-outs to everybody, and you all know who you are, because we'd take the whole 2 hours, me calling people out name by name.
Yeah. But so that means everybody, yes. All of you independent artists that are doing your thing. Ms. Mills has Lady K. Our Lady K has nothing but love for you. Nothing but love.
Absolutely.
So shout out to them.
Yeah. So to start off, I think we ought to start talking about some of these artists.
Okay.
So one of them we're going to start off with, his name is Bobby Washington. He's an R&B singer from Miami, Florida. And if you like people like Don B or some of those 90s R&B crooners, from the day, he's that type of singer. He does that type of music. So I think we should go ahead on and start off and play one of his songs so that we can let people know about this Bobby Washington. The song that we're going to do. Go ahead.
What is the name of his song again?
Okay, the name of his song is called Boo, Are You Ever Satisfied? And his name is Bobby Washington. I don't want anyone to forget him because he's actually doing his thing old school style. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the show Unsung or if anybody actually seen the biography about MC Hammer, but he goes into detail about when he first started, how he was actually shopping his music out of his car. This brother's doing that.
Yeah.
This man's doing that. So he's old school.
Yeah.
No, I mean, he's selling his music out of his car. I mean, he's going to places all over Florida. I mean, on his Facebook page, you actually see pictures of people holding up the CD and him. I mean, so yeah, he's working hard trying to make his own thing happen. I mean, he does his own music videos, everything. You name it, this man is doing it. So I give him big props.
And I'm sure his boo is very satisfied with what he does.
Believe me, I'm sure she is, and so is Boo, his son. So,
all right, so we get into
happy.
Yes. So we'll get into our guy, and we'll check him out and let the world know what it is that he is doing and why Lady K is so impressed. Let's check this guy out.
No matter what I try to do for you, baby, you ain't never satisfied. Nothing is ever good enough for you. If I told you that I love you and I need you each and every day, would that be enough? If I take you on a shopping spree, cruise out to the West Indies, fly you around the world, girl, tell me, would that be enough? What do I gotta do? What do I have to prove? You know I'm down for you. You should know I got you, boo. Tell me what is on your mind. You'll be holding back some time. Killing me, babe. Please don't lie. Is there another guy? Ooh, baby. Tell me, are you ever satisfied, lady? All the things that I did for you. Nothing's really good for you. Feels like I'm wasting time. Wait a minute, baby. Are you home tonight? 'Cause I can't hear you. Wait a minute, 'cause I can't hear you.
Oh yeah, that was definitely Bobby Washington from Miami doing his thing, guys. And I hope
Wow.
that you guys continue to support him and let him know that hey, you appreciate what he does. Um,
He's
I
good.
have this.
He's good. I love that. I love that song
Yeah,
right there, Cat. I
yeah,
love
yeah.
it.
See,
Oh,
I try
yeah.
not to steer you wrong. I try not to steer you
You never
when it
do.
comes to
You never
music.
do. You always deliver. You always deliver. And I know that if they're talking to you, then they've already been through the machine. So that means, though they might be independent artists, you don't really get a chance to speak with Lady K until you get to a certain level of professionalism. So we already know that, anything that you introduce to the world and put your label and stamp on, we know that it's definitely worthy. And you never let us down. That guy is incredible. And his name one more time?
His name is Bobby Washington.
Bobby
So
Washington.
Bobby Washington. Washington. Yes, I'm telling
Wow.
you.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I
We
get
got to show him some more love. Oh
yeah,
my God.
yeah, yes we
Incredible.
do. I think
Yeah.
it's fantastic that since I started this blog, I never thought I would actually be at the level where I am because I get people sending me stuff and wanting to connect with me, and a lot of that comes through my LinkedIn and even now on Facebook, I'm getting musicians and bands that, I guess they either read my stuff or hear about my stuff. I'm not sure how that even conversation even starts, but all I know is the end result. Uh, People are like, "Hey, let's connect. Let's do something. Let's do. And
Yeah.
with that being said, I mean, I can't help but to show appreciation for someone's hard work because I know this is your art. And I think anybody that can write from the heart, put their stuff to music, whether it's rap or whatever genre that they do, it's a vulnerable thing. I mean, you're really putting yourself out there and for the world to see and judge.
Yeah.
So, I try to make that or try to help make that as painless as possible. Uh, I just really think that, you know, people in the music industry should be honored more, especially within the last few years. We've been losing so many gems. I mean, from every genre across the board. And I mean, it's been a shock to the system. I mean, and I'm not just talking about Michael Jackson, Prince, or Whitney Houston. I mean, even lately, people are just going away. But here's the upswing. Here's the upswing to that. I know we love the music, but the one thing that we have, even though this person may not be here, we have their music. We have their videos. So we can still listen to them and see them anytime we want. We really can.
They left us with their legacy.
Yeah, so they left their legacy behind, and we have that, and that is a precious, precious gift. So to be able to share that with other people and let people know, like, hey, you know what? This is what Chick Berry was like. Check this out, and this is what Michael Jackson was like. I mean, we see, alive and well and doing what they love. And I just think that is just like so totally, totally awesome. So, my thing is, you lost your favorite artist, mourn for a minute. But you know what? Always remember that you'll still always have them. And the ones that are still here with us, let them know, hey, we love you. We appreciate what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Because I get on my little soapbox every now and again, and I'm like, pay these people some honor. A lot of independent artists aren't making the money that people think. People are doing what Bobby does. They're selling music out of their car. If they have a website, buy direct. Because if you are buying from Spotify and Spotify is charging you $10, that artist is getting less than $1. And who knows how much they're getting from a sale. And that's not fair.
Well, the sale might actually sometimes it does better than those Spotify places, because I've seen some numbers where you're dealing with like 0.0001.
Yeah.
Some of those.
And
places.
that's not even a whole penny. I mean, where can you get that? You've never seen that, you know?
Yeah, that's
so
insanity.
I'm like, you know, it's insanity, because it's like having someone's artistry or something held hostage, and we the fans are paying the ransom note, but they're still not letting the artist go free. You know, I mean, their art is not. It's almost like their art is not their own, and they're the ones who created it. So I have an issue with
hours writing, hours in the studio. You don't have your own producer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I have an issue.
I
have a big issue with that, and I try to be nice. So I'm going to be nice, because if not, I'll be up here preaching, and I ain't going.
I can imagine. I know. Lady K is on her soapbox tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We definitely want to give a shout out to Lady K's soapbox tonight. It's incredible. She's there, 125th Street and Malcolm X Boulevard. You can catch her anytime between now and 1960. It's going down. Yes. Free mind artist people. There
it is. You know, and speaking of artists, the artists that I want to talk about and people hear about, I wrote this band, when I wrote about them when I first started my blog, before I was even into the zone that I am now. This is like when I was trying to play with, you know, how do I want this to be and all of that. And I interviewed this band called Android Moon. They are now called Machine. These brothers are, I have to say, they are like awesome gentlemen. So Quentin, Steven, Daryl, if you guys are listening, hey, this one's for you. This is your classic. They're out of Wisconsin, and back then their sound was basically space fumes, but this song is not. I think it's a combination. It's not heavily space fume. I mean, it's really a nice song, and it's called Champagne Dreaming. And Stephen and I go way back. I mean, Stephen actually, I can't even remember the year, but when I first met Stephen, he was called the Third Street Butcher. He was actually a rap artist and a bass player. And again,
and a butcher.
Yeah, so
This guy is multi-talented. I mean, we got Bobby Washington selling records out of the back of his trunk and hoping that his woman allows him to come home at night. But this particular guy, I mean, we're taking it to a whole nother level here. I mean, you chop the meat, you make the beat. I mean, I don't. He must be single. This one here.
No, actually, he's not. But,
he's not. Right.
No, but I'm telling you, I mean, that was his name. I don't think he was into the meat business at all, but that was his name. And somebody actually, I can't remember how I got his music. I was so moved by it that somehow we ended up connecting, and we were talking, and at the time he was doing his thing, his brother Quentin was doing his thing with his own band, and something happened, and next thing you know, they joined forces, because I guess they've always collabed and worked together at some point, but they're now called Machine. And I tell you, people are going to really like what they hear. and you're going to learn a little bit about me too. My taste in music is very, very eclectic. I don't just listen to R&B. I don't just listen to jazz. I don't fit into any kind of stereotype when it comes to listening to music. I just love good music. And this song in particular that's going to be coming up next, Champagne Dreaming, is definitely one of my favorites. I can't wait to hear some of their new stuff. But this right here, I really, really enjoy, and I hope the rest of them enjoy it as well. So, Champagne Dreaming by Machine. So what do you think of that one, Osborne?
Oh, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness.
They ain't fooling around.
What are you doing? What this, that was, you know what, I've never journeyed into that type of sound before, but I'll tell you, that song, it puts me almost in a state of mind of a game I used to play. I'm very old, so there was this game called Spy Hunter. And, there's this guy driving this car, and there was this kind of riding rhythm that kind of went with it that reminds me somewhat of that right there. And I'm telling you, I mean, I might not want a leg of lamb from this guy, but I certainly want to drink a glass of champagne in the morning and in the evening dealing with him. Maybe it would be a good idea to drive while doing it, but I like that. Like, that song is incredible. That is incredible. And, wow, it's a group. Now, there's only one guy singing, but I guess, is it him along with some people, to Steven?
Yes, it is. The singer, or the lead singer, is Quentin. Quentin is Steven's brother. Quentin, I'm going to tell you a little about Quentin here.
Okay.
Quentin is a phenomenal, phenomenal writer. And he's a multi-instrumentalist. So he plays guitar, he plays keyboard. Those are the two that I know of, but I'm sure there's more.
Right.
And Steven is the bass player. So that groove you heard on the bass, that's my man Steven. And
Wow.
in the drummer, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm sure Steven, if he's hearing this, he's going to correct me if I'm wrong, but this is Daryl playing the drums.
Okay.
And I had an opportunity since our first article to actually talk with them a little bit briefly.
Yeah.
And we were actually making plans to do an update. But they've been so busy, with their personal lives and their music and trying to do what it is that they do. And we just haven't set a date yet. But it's coming. I'll say that.
Yeah.
It's coming. I mean,
It's
in
coming.
fact,
It's coming.
I have several artists that are like that. And one of the coolest things would be great is if I could actually talk to them live, on the air. That would be awesome.
On the air. We got to,
Yeah.
let's get them
And
on the Metronome Theory show. Get them booked. I know that the line is around the corner and up 127th Street at this point, but guys, get in line. I think with the bass player, with the drummer, I think you guys could get in there. And Keisha chimed in and she says that song has a Nirvana sound.
Yes.
Teen Spirit by Nirvana, Kurt Cobain.
Mhm.
Wow.
Well, I'm
So
going to
you
shout
guys
out
are taking me into places. Yes, please
yes.
do.
Keisha, hello. Yes, I got to shout my girl out. Hey, what's up?
Oh, man.
And
Absolutely.
thanks for listening.
Yes.
Oh.
And I don't know much about Kurt Cobain. I heard a couple of rappers talk about him, and I think he shot some heroin into his vein or something. I don't know, but it rhymes with Cobain, so I don't know if he was an actual drug addict or maybe he was a butcher. I don't know. He was a guy.
We don't know. He for his time for 90s grunge, I mean, he was actually ahead of his time, and he was one of those people that even though he had fame, he really didn't like it so much. He just liked doing his music. So he basically was more like a tortured soul, but some of the stuff he did, oh my goodness. And, even though, he unfortunately took his own life, the people that were in his band Nirvana have went on to bigger and better and greater things. Like the drummer has his own band. David Grohl, I think is his name. I think that's how you pronounce it. But I know some of my musician friends, they'll hit me up and let me know that's not right if it's not. But anyway, he does phenomenal work. And his band. I'm trying to think of the name of his band, but right now I'm having a senior moment. But anyway, he's went on to do wonderful things. I'm not sure about the other band members and what they're doing now, but I know Dave is because I saw him in a documentary when they were talking about this old music studio in L.A. that a lot of really great rock acts have recorded some of their best music, including Nirvana. And this place, shut down, and he was able to get the recording boards for his own in-home studio that he has at his place. And he talked about the meaning of that place. And there's a lot of places like that all over the country. There's one in Detroit. There's a band that I wrote about called Death. 3 brothers, African American, and they were the fathers or the inventors of the genre of punk music, punk rock.
Really?
And they were ahead of their time. Yes, they did stuff in the 70s, And here's something that's really rare. Most record labels aren't going to give you your masters, especially when you recorded them as. But
under
when
the
this
label,
guy,
yeah.
So when this guy finished recording, the label guys give him his masters. So for years, those masters were actually up in their childhood home in an attic in a little side table drawer. And the brother that, first had them, it was something about them. You have to actually watch the movie called Death. I got to get the correct name, and I'll probably post it sometime. But that's how I got a lot of the information. I mean, I was in touch with their manager and all, but it was as if their brother, he kind of almost predicted his own death. He didn't kill himself, but he ended up years later dying of cancer. And the last time they were all together was at one of the brothers' wedding. And what he was telling them was, right now people may not accept us, and that was like back in the 70s. But they're going to come looking for us in the future. That's what he was telling his brothers. And his brothers, both of them went on to do other music. They fooled around with reggae and other genres, and they got real jobs, and they just started living their lives. And all of a sudden, because of a resurgence of classic music and music being bought by auction, I forget, someone had paid for one of their records over $200 or something. It was quite a bit of money that he spent. I'm just guessing, but I forgot the real amount. But it was quite a big deal. And when one of the original members of the band heard that, he was like, if I had copies, I'd have given it to you for free. But the point of it is that started it. And then next thing you know, the music is being picked up by a label that reissue old music. And it was during this time that some college kids was listening to this music online, and it was being played at a college party that one of the brothers' sons was attending. And this boy recognized his uncle's singing voice, so he jumps on the phone and tells his dad, why didn't you tell me about this? And after that, the rest is history. That son now actually has a band of his own, pays tribute to Death, but Death is actually touring now. They're getting worldwide acclaim. They were inducted into the, I want to say, the African American Museum, the new one in D.C., or at least some of their stuff is in there. And they're now being honored. I mean, they have huge fans, and it's like, well, the brother that passed away, he predicted it. He said, they're going to come looking for you. And I may not be here to enjoy it, but, hey, you guys know what to do once this happens. And sure enough, it happened.
It happened.
And they're huge.
Happened.
Yeah, they're huge overseas. I know they have fans here, but they are huge overseas. People want them, and I wrote about them on my blog.
Of course.
But
being the super blogger that you are. Shout out to Lady K again for being the super blogger, Miss International, the most highly acclaimed super blogger there is around the world, and writing about death and bringing us the most incredible music. Yes. We definitely have to show some love for that.
Yeah, and I mean, and I have discovered so many people because other musicians that I've written about, they turned me on to other people. One of the bands that we're going to do, but not right now, but coming up a little later in the show, this band out of Detroit, which I love these guys. They're called Black Male. And it was their frontman, Kalanji. He was the one who actually turned me on to Death. And he was also the one who turned me on to one of my favorite documentaries called Electric Purgatory. Basically, that documentary was about the plight of the African American rock musician, and this is another one of my soapbox moments, but I'm not going to get on it. But and it is because I feel very strongly about the way African American or people of color that play rock music and how they're being treated, not only by the labels that they do because they claim they don't know how to market them, but I know how to market them, and I'm not even an executive. If it's good music, you put it out. What race, color, or gender a person is should not matter. If it's good music, it's good music. Simple as that. So, we don't need a gimmick to say, well, these black guys are playing rock music and we're going to go ahead and... No, we're not. We're not doing that. But
right, we don't need.
What we need to do
the
is
talent
really
speaks for itself.
Yeah, talent speaks for itself. I mean, a lot of people.
You remember back in the days. Lady K, that a lot of the so-called black musicians would be making these records, and they would put another person's face on the record instead of that particular musician because of all of the racial tensions back in those times. So, a lot of that was happening as well. And, I hear some stories about Elvis Presley that we won't get into, but, that's way, way back there. But, so it really doesn't matter. Now, when you say black male, do you mean black male as in, driving, getting pulled over, and possibly shot to death? Or do you mean black male as in, Donald Trump telling somebody that they can't cover a story?
Well, no, we don't mean driving while black. No, we don't mean that. Okay. But their name is actually like the example of what you gave with Donald Trump threatening people, but that's not what they convey.
Got it.
They don't
because they don't
at
need to
all.
blackmail anybody because their music is so good. Right.
It is, and that's another hard-working band. I don't know if they're familiar with the weather in Detroit.
No, I'm not.
But when they do, I mean, like really cold and it's miserable.
Okay.
Ask a Detroiter, they'll tell you. Us being from the Northeast, New Haven, Connecticut, New York, about cold weather and out there that hawk be out. Well,
absolutely.
But this band, even during those times, are working. They're working. I mean, they're working more than a lot of people, and I say it's because of their dedication, their hard work, their love for what they do, and their fans. I mean, their fans are just as dedicated. They're walking out in the snow too, wanting to sit out here and go into a club, and watch them. And I just think it's awesome. I can't wait to play their song for you guys so that you can enjoy it. But I'm going to announce the number, so if you guys want to call in, you can. All you do is dial 323-843-6178, and they press the number 1. Is that correct?
That is correct. You press that number 1. I will see you in the quay, and I will have you online with Lady K.
That's right, and we get to talk, and you could even join the chat. What's the chat address?
Yeah, the chat address, that I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the chat address. I have to get into my my little side partner here. But I will get that information for you before the show. But there's a way to log into the computer, get into the chat. I think they might even be able to get to us just by logging into the show. I think that the chat will
right.
be, there's a
Yeah,
chat
so
box
when you
that's
log
already
into the
there,
show,
so,
right, so if you log into the show, it's blogtalkradio.com, Azborn Bey / Metronome Theory. You will hit us up and everything will come up on your screen and you can send in your messages and everything, and my co-host will actually get me that message and I can respond to any questions or comments you may have about the music that we are currently doing. And as a matter of fact,
no marriage proposals. I will not give Lady K any marriage proposals. So guys, listen, I'm going to tell you now, don't even do it to yourself. This is strictly business. This is about music. So we're going to make sure that we keep it on that
keep it on that
page. Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely. Lady K is part of our family. We're not sharing her with anyone else. Sorry. That's just the way it is.
That's right.
Fine.
That's right. Because we are part of, I got to give a shout out to my sponsor. My sponsor is Macintosh Mogul Media, and they are the most fantastic group I've ever had the pleasure of being associated with. That team over there is just awesome sauce. I'm just gushing over here.
There's a whole lot that they're doing, and like we could do another show on just that alone. But we definitely I will send my sentiments, and I will make sure I get in touch with them and let them know that Lady K has spoken very highly of them on the Metronome Theory show, because they definitely support you, and it's always a big family. We have a really big family, Lady K. I mean you're everywhere with everyone else, but you're part of our family. You're the extended part. You're almost like Uncle Traveling Matt in Fraggle Rock or something. But again, that's way back. I'm a very old guy, but yes, you tour the world and you come back and you give us postcards and you tell us these stories of being with some of the most talented, incredible musicians in the world. And these last guys, this whole Kurt Cobain memoir, the people that put us in the mind state of them. What is the name of that band again?
That band is called Machine, and they are one of my favorite bands. Yeah, they used to be called Android Moon, like I said before, and they're out of Wisconsin, so they're in Milwaukee. And I love these guys. These guys, oh my goodness. I mean, and I'm not just saying that because they're musicians. They're actually really good personal friends of mine, the two brothers. And I mean, they are, they're just outstanding individuals. So when I talk about an artist, and you guys will know, I boost everybody that I bring to the table. I want everybody to be a household name. I mean, I have some women rockers that you guys need to hear and know about, and I will probably get to talk about them next show. But I'm here to tell you, Machine and even the next artist that's coming up, I'm going to brag on this particular rapper because I absolutely am an old school rap fan. I'm talking about from back in the 80s. I mean, I'm talking about Rakim and the Heavy D, and yes, I'm an East Coast girl, so I love it. I'm not gonna lie. Big Daddy Kane, yes.
Of course, all the ladies love Big Daddy Kane.
What?
LL Cool J. Oh man, Keisha's a huge fan. Yes, I don't want to hear any more about LL Cool J and his lips. Please keep LL and his lips out of this conversation. But yes. These guys, they made they made some serious music back then, and you're right.
They did, and I And this guy, Nuclear Poet, oh my goodness, he just takes my breath away when I hear him. In fact, Nuclear Poet is a fitting name. Actually, you guys are actually listening to the Nuclear Poet, Azborn Bey. That's him. And one of the things that drew me to him was not only his melodious voice, but how he delivers. He has his own style, and you can tell that he's a really educated brother because how he carries himself and his unique use of beats. It's not the average everyday thing that you hear. This brother will use classical music, and you're sitting here with your mind blown saying, wow. And it's not what you guys think. I want you guys to really, really listen. This song that we're about to play called Life is Forever, it's a powerful song. It's a powerful song. And as a matter of fact, I think this might have been the first song that I've heard of yours. And I sat back speechless. I couldn't even speak. And that's a good thing for me. If artists can just have me sit back speechless and my mind is like totally on what they're saying, you know, they touch me deep, and you definitely do. I mean, you have a very, how can I say, let the people hear it. Let them hear it. I mean, there's so many sides to you as Nuclear Poet, but let's hear this side of you. Next week we're gonna get to the more intimate side of Nuclear Poet. Yeah, we're gonna play him again. That's right.
God.
Wait until you guys hear what is it? Welcome to Dinner. Ooh, wait, my goodness.
Oh. Well, I mean, if I get together with the guy with the champagne, I mean, we're gonna have a really great time. It's gonna be a phenomenal situation. So,
Exactly.
you know, yes, we definitely are looking for you with that champagne. But yeah, we'll get into it.
Yeah. So
we'll
here we are with "Life Is Forever" by Nuclear Poet.
Life is
climax, orgasm, focus, touch. There is no more death, there is no more death. Truth, journey, missions, what's the profile, aura, karma, eons, the ions, static, kinetic, whatever. There is no more death, life is forever. Energy, sex, money, drugs, blue, life, evolution, death, adaptation, slave, love, whatever. There is no more death, life is forever. Politics, government, hate, control, race, demons, programming, angels, memories, powers, spirits, whatever. There is no more death. Life is forever. Stress, faith, pressures, heaven, anxiety, hell, happiness, words, Christians, feelings, Buddhists, whatever. There is no more death. Life is forever. Emotion, Islam, sensation, pain, anger, God, friend, Satan, lovers, flesh, enemies, hope. There is no more death. Life is forever. Planet, global, system, rotation, solar, stellar, standing ovation, climax, orgasm, focus, touch. There is no more death. There is no more death. Truth, journey, missions, what's the profile, aura, karma, eons, the ions, static, kinetic, whatever. There is no more death. Life is forever. Behavior, reason, spirit, neglect, lust, black, white, greed, desire, wealth, thoughts, whatever. There is no more death. Life is forever. Abandoned intelligence, alien significance, foreign self, abducted connections, memories, descendants, spirits, whatever. There is no more death. Life is forever. Link, king, creation, queen, offspring, royalty, designers, pyramids, castles, tombs, karma, whatever. There is no more death. Life is forever. Armies, godlike, rulers, order, perfect, master, height, greatness, history, happiness, existence, whatever. There is no more death. Life is forever. I'm there. I see it. I know it. I hold it. I got it. We need it. You catch it. I'll flow it. You take it. You eat it. You throw it. You feed it. You break it in pieces. Treat it like Jesus. You sow it. You reap it. It's all there. Keep it. It's open. No secrets. It's hope for the weakest. There's no more reasons. It's no more reasons. All four seasons. All to believe it. Planet, global, system, rotation, solar, stellar, standing ovation, climax, orgasm, focus, touch. There is no more death. There is no more death. Truth, journey, missions, what? The profile, aura, karma, eons, the ion, static, kinetic, whatever. There is no more death. Life is forever. Sound, conscious, abundance, poverty, psychology, television, belief, radio, negative, subliminal, positive, atoms. There is no more death. Life is forever. Neutral cells, embryo, conception, chromosomes, galaxies, DNA, human personality, will, traits, whatever. There is no more death. Life is forever. Planet forever. System rotation, solar, stellar, standing ovation, climax, orgasm, focus, touch. There is no more death. There is no more death. Truth, journey, missions, what? The profiles, aura, karma, eons, the ion, static.
There you have it. There you have it.
Hey. You threw me a curveball right there with that one, Lady K. You threw me a curveball. I appreciate it.
But you see how profound that song is? If people were to actually really listen to that, I mean, it's like,
wow.
Exactly. It's like, wow. You know? I mean, because you give people things that they have not ever thought of before. And I really, really, really like that about you. I mean, I get at a loss for words sometimes because of how you carry yourself as an artist, produce. So, with saying that,
yes. With saying that, we'll all right. Yes. My arm is hurting right now. I'm patting myself on the back. My arm is hurting right now, but yes. I mean, just give me some meat, some champagne, and let me just do what I do, and I appreciate it. So, but I do. I try to bring. Well, actually, the Queen tells me to try. Triers are liars. So I don't try. I just do. And what I do is I do things that I don't feel like anybody has attempted to do. Again, like you were speaking about the classical music and, incorporating that into hip-hop, that's one of my missions to really make that a mainstream avenue. I guess once we, get past the trap music phase of hip-hop, which is good. Yeah. Not mad at that. Everybody does their thing. Some of those songs are really good. Actually, what's her name? Sandy Says actually sent me to a song for something she was doing, and there was this girl. Man, I forget her name, but she was huge. I went to the YouTube channel, and she had I think it was 13 million views or something, and the song was like, ooh, 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 or something. I don't know. I can't really, harmonize it the way she did, but it was like, oh, you. And she did this song over this trap beat, and it was like, I'm listening to it. I'm like, man, I like that song. So, it's not all horrible, It's a phase that hip-hop is going through, and I guess that, we all have to wait our turn. You know what I mean?
Right,
so,
right.
I'm kind of like your guys. Is it Death? That we're saying that we're speaking into the future at this point. So in the future they will get a hold of us, and maybe people will see what it is that I offer, and hopefully it won't be after my death. But,
we want you to enjoy your flowers while you're here.
I would. I would allow. I would really appreciate that. But I do have the children, so they'll definitely bear the fruits of my labor and feast. And of course, you as well, will be there at the feast, Lady K. So it's always a good thing. We appreciate that. I truly appreciate it out there.
Yeah, I actually got this huge surprise this morning from the next artist that I want to present. And I want people to hear the surprise that I got this morning. And then we're going to listen to a song by this person because I was just totally floored. I mean, it just amazes me how much support that I get from the music community. The person that I'm talking about right now is Colonel Red.
Infamous. Yeah.
Infamous Colonel Red. I mean, he does a song that we're going to put up next after we hear his surprise. And it's called My Spoetry. And he does a little spoken word piece with this song, and then he actually sings. And it's like, oh, my goodness. But I'm going to let you go ahead and play the surprise from Colonel Red himself, and then we are going to get into his song.
Okay, Colonel Red, watch it now. We watch it with this little jingle here, but we're watching you. We have our eyes on you.
Don't get stuck in time, racism goes nowhere. Hearts wrong to be by the color of my skin. Your hold on those old lies may bring you to your end. Travel with no hate, my friend.
Yes. I realized that, you know what, I didn't really want to give it to the people yet. I wanted them to get the hate out of their heart first. So now we will deal with this Colonel Red and his very melodic
about history. Don't know much about Metronome Theory. Listening live to your host, Lady K. That's all the Block Talk Radio, I say. Ho, ha, ho.
You're listening to the sound of Colonel Red, tuning in to Lady K on Block Talk Radio.
Incredible. Let's let this guy have his little 5 minutes of fame here. We love him.
We do.
My reasons for my regurgence are about me, picking sense out of nonsense, like a craving urge to bring forward my conscience, a total creation of my healing process, rhythms and rhymes, writing lines to the grind. I call it poetry, simple words spoken, so sublime. That is where I leave all false beliefs about self behind. I say a prayer to the loving kind that will rise high above our heavenly bodies to instrument and pay homage, while the sun pierces the clouds, casting shadows on all that is positive. Still I try and I try and I try again to break every chain that exists to take our scent from an all-inspiring search for truth that is our rightful expression through me and you. Now rivers of thought pause, then claws, taking looking at all unwanted laws that bore holes in the shores of dawn. So I start cracking the whip from court and more. See, I will always embrace the applause because I'm just a man with a need to feel special, that's all. Got my right to the fire burning up. Got the red on fire burning up. Got my right to the fire burning up. Got my red to the fire burning up. Got my right to the fire burning up. Got my river to the fire burning up. Got my right to the fire burning up. Got my river to the fire burning up. Oh, yeah. Oh, if you ever find me, yeah, you know those, baby, you know something that I want, baby, you know, Got my ride to the right, burning up. Got my rip on high, burning up. Got my ride to the right, burning up. Burning up.
So,
Yes.
Yeah?
That was our
And
buddy
that-
Colonel Ray. That was, you know
Yeah.
what, he is incredible. I have to put the disclaimer out there, Lady K. Colonel Red, if you're listening, which I know you are, or you have some of your henchmen listening right now over in the UK, don't come for my head. I'm like Kanye West right now, so just don't come for my head. Don't send your goons after me. You know we got nothing but love for you. Nuclear Poet, Azborn Bey has nothing but love for you. You're in with our girl. We just protect her. We she means a lot to us. So, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. So thank you, Colonel Red. That was incredible.
Let me tell you, I got to tell you about Colonel Red. He is most awesome. And I know I say that about a lot of people, but I genuinely mean that when I say that about someone. From the UK, he's my first overseas artist that I've ever done. And it was kind of funny because when I did the article on him, it didn't hit me, even though, you know, my blog is on the web, you know, anybody all over the world, West and all can see it. But it didn't hit me until after I spoke to him. And I was like flabbergasted. I was like, wow, I'm getting international people. And it just surprised me. And we have such a beautiful friendship. I mean, I appreciate him for doing the little jingle and his music and his team at his record label. And it's awesome. And I even wrote about the record label too. So I got to give a shout out to his right hand girl, Cleo. Cleo, if you're listening, sister, you know I got nothing but mad love for you guys over there at Ink Rebellion in the UK. Yes, mad love for you guys.
Absolutely. And we're going to throw out that phone number one last time before we get into your calls, because I know your rotation is heavy, your schedule is tight, and your itinerary is filled. So anybody out there that would like to speak with Lady K, you're probably only going to get a few minutes, but the number to call in is 323-843-6178. That is 323-843-6178. And Lady K, I believe that we have a very special surprise for you here on the show tonight, actually.
Yeah. Well, we get surprises. I love surprises. Let's have it.
You like surprises? All right.
I do.
Surprise. Who do we have on the line with us tonight?
Ooh. Am I on?
Yeah.
You are on, brother. You are on. You are on the Metronome Theory show, and you are speaking with your host, Lady K, and her sidekick tonight is me, Azborn Bey. And, you know, we welcome you to the show.
First of all, Lady K.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi. I have been wanting to talk to you forever and a day. This is my secret crush, y'all. This is Tony Christian from the band Mazarati Revisited. Oh, I am
goodness.
so excited.
100 miles an hour, honey.
Here. Yes. But you want to know, I'm going to tell you why Tony's my secret crush. Not only because he's just so darn cute, but the man is a phenomenal artist.
Thank you.
Phenomenal.
Yes, I love Mazarati. I think what Prince and Brown Mark did with you guys were awesome. But you know what? As a solo artist, you've been hiding your talent under a bushel.
Well, you know, I've been getting around a little bit, trying to help everybody else do their thing. But, you know, it's a beautiful family, and we're beautiful people. So I love the people. You know?
Yeah, and the people
if you
love
know what I'm
you.
saying.
Yes, and the people love you. Absolutely.
Love 'em.
I mean, I cannot, get enough of the Minneapolis sound and you being part of it, you being part of that history, and you venturing out doing your own thing as well. I gotta say though, the song that we are going to play, you know, that we got from you, is called "We the People."
Yes.
And this song is so timely. I want you to kind of like tell us a little bit about the inspiration for the song.
I was, I'm a student of biblical knowledge, I would say. My father was a bishop, and I believe in people like, don't want to get religious and stuff, but Jesus and Malcolm X. That's a large range, but that's my belief. I believe in the truth, and I believe there should be justice for all people, not just faking it and talking about it, but doing it. And I think now is the time to actually express that feeling towards the world, not just America. But it's a long time. We've been trying to get there for a long time, and I think it's up to us as a people to actually take it, because they're not going to give it to us. So we have to take freedom. We have to believe in ourselves, and there's nobody better than you. Right?
Exactly.
So I have that philosophy. I believe that I don't look down on people, but I don't let people look down on me. And there's nobody better than you or the person that you are, from your children to your mother and father. You know,
right.
And that's all I believe in. I write the truth, and sometimes the truth gets you in trouble, but I'm a revolutionary, as you know.
Revolutionary. That's it.
we love a revolutionary, though. I mean,
and Catherine is a marvelous woman. Lady K, you definitely do some of the most phenomenal things in the world, and the artists that you bring to us it's always a pleasure to hear what you have at your show, at the Metronome Theory, whatever it is that you're blogging about. So we already know that, when you make friends with somebody, you know, they are somebody. Maybe they weren't anybody before you made friends with them, but after meeting Lady K, they've made it. They've taken it to that level.
And I'm a friend for life. See, when I
love it. I love it. I'll tell you a statement that Prince, when I first met him.
Okay.
He, and we all know Prince. He's very nice with the whole thing. He was a joker and all that stuff. A funny guy, right? Mm. But when I first met him, I was walking down the street. Just got up to Minneapolis, and I wasn't nobody. I was walking down the street, and people asked me for my autograph. So I'm nobody. I'll sign your autograph if you want it. So I'll sign. So he pulled up on the side, and he was like, "Who are you?" I said, "Who are you?" He said, "Are you a star?" I said, "Aren't we all?"
Wow.
And I knew that at 19. We are all stars.
Right.
Each and every one of us.
Wow.
Okay. And so,
shout out to you for being a star. Shout out to you for when Prince pulls up to you and asks you if you're a star, and you say, "Aren't we all stars?" Shout out to you.
That's how we met. But that's how we met. And he was like, "Are you a musician?" I said, "Yeah. I'm trying to get downtown." But he was so cool. He said, "You see those buildings right there? They're way far off in the distance." I said, "Yeah, I see." He said, "That's downtown." So I said, he said, "Get in the car. I'll take you." Now, at first, I don't like getting in cars with guys and stuff. So I was like, "I don't know about that." He said, "I'm cool." So we got in the car. And that's how I met him,
Wow.
Incredible.
That is so cool.
But put me in the mix right away. Put me in the mix, Next thing you know, I'm going out to dinner, and there's Vanity 6, there's The Time. They weren't all that at that point. They're just breaking off, making it big. And he was just doing Purple Rain. So he gave me a job. He was like, "How you making some money?" I said, "Man, I ain't working a regular job." And then I said, for me, it was live or die trying, So he said, "Hey, I'll give you a job. I'm making a movie." I was like, "Making a movie?" He took me to his house. I'm seeing platinum records. I was like, "Boy, this dude's big."
This must be somebody, huh?
I didn't realize what was up at that point. But I do know this. When I seen him do Purple Rain and Let's Go Crazy, and I'm sitting in the background at First Avenue and with my manager Craig Rice and all these other people, and we're watching him perform because he did a couple of performances with the people not there, and then some with the extras there. But when I seen those performances, I said, "This guy is gonna be as big as Elvis." And so I came in at the right time because, after that point, he was big as Elvis, and he put us on tour, and we had the opportunity to actually work with him on a lot of records. But the famous or the most unforgettable record is Kiss, I think, because nobody wanted that song to be done. And me and One Gun, the keyboard player Mazarati, used to, with David Rifkin, we sat in the studio, and we actually, I looked at it as free studio time, so I was like, "Hey, let's just do it." So,
Right.
So I came from the church, so, they were like, nobody wanted to work on the song. It was a country song before that, But when we were done, it was a little bit more gospel and bluesy and funky. So, and then we came back the next morning. He said, "Well, I'm taking it back. It's too good for you guys."
Oh, no.
Wow.
Yeah, man, but that's the deal.
You want to know what, though? I did hear you guys' version, though. I sure
I
did.
know, but I mean, that's those things. You know, you're young and you're in the studio, and they pop a mic in front of you, and they say go. And, you know, you got to go.
Right. Right.
So, I mean, but it was very right place, right time. If I would have been walking down the street 5 minutes before or 5 minutes after, maybe I wouldn't have ran into him.
Right.
Maybe I wouldn't be in the position of. So I thank God for all the blessings and praise and glory to all things that are true, you know?
Absolutely,
right.
Absolutely. And if you would have had, if you would have had that Mazarati, that never would have happened.
No, that's a different deal from Brown Marks, you know. And we all know this, but, you know, back in those days, you know, people had the curls and stuff, and you got grease flying everywhere.
Right, right.
People spraying
we all had them.
with it. Well, you know, I didn't have to go too far with it, but, you know, some of them did, you know, because I don't like to get the perm deal. But, you know, I did use the spray.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the phone live with Tony C. from Mazarati, and it's very big. It's very big here in the studio.
It sure is.
You're loving this, you know, and yes, Miss Mill. When could we play a little bit of? Are you going to stick around with us for a little while here, Tony?
Oh yeah, I want to stick with you.
Yeah,
okay.
I do.
Okay.
I want people to hear this song that I think right now, for all the stuff that's going on in the world, is so timely. So go ahead, cue up some "We the People" by Tony Christian.
We the People. Tony Christian.
Yeah. Right.
One day we can live
again, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Christian.
Yes.
We the
Tony
people.
Christian is in the
And
building, ladies and
I know.
gentlemen.
Tony mentioned during his little conversation with us that he mentioned One Gun. And for those of you guys who don't know One Gun, if you are a Mazarati fan, you know Marstar. That's our man. Yeah, he used to be Marstar, and he's a keyboard player. And he also does a tribute band. He has a tribute band for Bob Marley. Am I right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, another one inspirations of the truth, of course. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm into that kind of thing. And Marv, we knew each other since we were like 15.
Wow.
So yeah, we kind of grew up in Milwaukee together, and it's pretty crazy, Milwaukee. But
we heard,
but
you don't want to wear your baseball cap to the wrong side in Milwaukee, and
no.
Make sure that you know.
So I kind of grew up in a war zone, and it was that kind of thing that I think give people the privilege sometimes to see the truth. When you're born, I've been dirt poor. I've been very wealthy. I know both sides of the coin, and it's not what people think sometimes.
Right.
People, nobody wants to live in poverty. So,
right.
For those who have money that don't know poverty, you're blessed and shouldn't take advantage of it. But for those who are in poverty, rise above and don't get corrupt in the process of doing so. So that's the thing. And you got to keep your children straight, and you got to do all that stuff. And you have to believe in something, if nothing else, yourself. Because we're all stars. We're all kings and queens. Don't let anybody tell you you're not nothing.
Yeah, you're right, Tony. Absolutely. And with that in mind, I want to actually play a song because there's a song by your buddy, your friend, Gun, that I absolutely adore, and I really wanted to hear the song. And the song
is it Signs? Is it?
No, it's actually its personality. It's one of my favorites.
Oh.
I love personality.
That is a hit now.
Yes. I want Osborn to pay particular attention to the words. And Osborn, yes, you need to hear this song. So
yeah, you got to hear this one.
Yeah, well, give me a few minutes here, and let me cue that up. And personality. We will definitely.
Yeah, we gotta support the Mazarati family. Even when they do solo projects, we gotta support Tony. We gotta support Craig, also known as the Screamer.
Yeah, Screamer. He's doing very well, and the main thing is, when we went through all the stuff that we went through, because we're all young, going through the tours and being thrown on stage and all that stuff, and we're like brothers of war, kind of. Once you go through a war with a brother, you have a connection for life. And then all my brothers, and I love them all so much, and I want to say hi to all of them as well, Sir Casey Terry and Screamer and APK and One Gun and Romeo, and love these guys. And we always in each other's lives when we go through things. Those are the people I call to cry to, and they do the same for me. So
Right. I gotta tell you, I finally get the opportunity to see you guys perform. I'm bringing my album, and you guys are gonna sign it. I mean, you got to. I mean,
well, we might be sleeping in your living room, so yeah.
Hey, you can come.
Yeah, I want some fried chicken and some greens. I gotta get down with it. Yeah, we gotta get down. Mazarati get down, so you know.
Here we go. You hear that, y'all?
Yes. He will be at your house for chicken and greens there, and you know what? I might have to come over. For the chicken and greens. You know,
that's right.
I
don't show no shame.
I gotta come over.
We're gonna have greasy lips and all.
Greasy lips and all.
That'd be excellent.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That is excellent. And you know, and while we're waiting for the song, I want you to tell us what Mazarati Revisited is about.
Well, see, that's something. It went through a whole period. So many guys, you know, they're like, oh, you know, man, you know, we had our time. It's done. This and that. Now, One Gun actually did the Revisit, and so, and you know, I support him on all of his things. I help him, and I help Screamer on their records. They help me on my record.
Right.
We're our biggest critics, you know, so I let them hear my stuff. I would change this. I would do this. If there's a solo I don't like for myself, I'll call in Screamer. He's my other guitar player guy. At one point, you know, you had to liberate yourself, so that's what a lot of these solo projects are about. It don't mean you're breaking up. It just means that you're, you know, I just want to do something on my own for a second, you know?
Right.
Right? It's like somebody constantly telling you how to drive, you know. I want to go somewhere myself in the car without somebody telling me to take a left turn.
Exactly.
Right?
You know.
But and that's all it is, and we love each other. And but with the Revisited thing, One Gun put that up. It's another knockoff from Mazarati. Sir Casey Terry, he just his mother just passed, so I want to say that. And you know, he is the lead singer of Mazarati. We had so much talent in the band; it was so hard to contain sometimes, you know. And you know how brothers get, you know. So
of course.
Right.
Yeah, I found out about his mom actually through his niece. His niece Blue and I are great friends. She's like my sister from another mister. So I got to shout out Blue, and she is a phenomenal singer herself. In fact, that talent.
I didn't know that, but I'm friends with her. I didn't know that, but I found out through Brown Mark. He was on tour. And he told me, he said, say a prayer for Terry. I think his mom's passing. So, he, you know, Brown Mark, he's in the Revolution. And, I stay in contact with all these guys constantly. I mean, they'll be calling me at 4 o'clock this morning, I'm sure, to let me know what city they're going to be in next.
Right.
But,
as a matter of fact, I had a friend that was at Brown Mark's show, I guess it was in Michigan, Detroit, somewhere last night.
Right. Yeah.
And a friend of mine was there with their phone. He's actually a musician too. And he was like, you know, hey Kay, check this out. And I'm like, the Revolution. No, I'm anywhere. You know? And
Mark, I'll tell you now. Mark is such a bad bass player.
Yeah.
And he's such a entrepreneur in his own right. Just by putting the band together. I mean, with Mazarati, and you know, and sometimes, you know, when you're young and you're making millions of dollars and buying Ferraris and mink coats, you know, you kind of lose yourself. Me personally, I never lost myself. I think I gave away more money than I received because I was used to being poor. So it was like if I seen somebody on the street struggling, you know, I'm gonna take care of them, and I'm not doing that to pat myself on the back. It's just the point of it's the right thing to do. So, you know, if I'm gonna eat tonight. He's not gonna eat. So, I used to $500 buy this guy some clothes. I don't know how many people I did it to. Gave away cars.
Right.
You know,
so,
I mean, I'll give you the keys.
So you are more than just a musician. You are a man with compassion. Very good.
I got that from my mother, and I think the greatest glory is not through the songs that I write. It's not the material things. It's the soul, and so it's about how. It's not having a child and getting people to take care of your kid while you go on vacation. It's being with your child. It's actually being there, and raising the kid, and saying that you love your brother or sister, even though they say they hate you. You say you love them. You hug them.
Exactly.
It's not your problem. I call it a PP. That's a personal problem. I have nothing to do with it. That's your problem. Not my problem.
That's your problem.
Right.
But I mean, I'm not going to go down that road of wondering why you think the way you think. All I have to do is show you love, and that's where I'm at in every sense of life, of every fiber in my body. So I love it, and I just love the glory of. Man, thank you, see it.
Yeah.
You know what? I love this brother too, man. We're gonna take that for a lobster dinner when I see you.
See? I'm telling you, I love bringing people together. This is great. It's awesome.
Yes.
See, if we keep this radio station going on for 2 more days, we might be able to heal the world.
I think so.
We might.
I think that's our
I think so.
We need to write that down. That's our new mission now. But I think we are definitely, But I think now we are so ready to hear from One Gun, and
One Gun.
And let's hear
this is
that
a personal
song.
friend, huh?
Personality.
Well, yeah, I mean, One Gun is something else. So we're gonna just let you hear it, and you can tell me what you think after you hear the tune.
Yeah.
a long time. You got me all twisted up in my mind. For so long, I've been waiting for someone like you.
Yes, yes.
Incredible.
You hear what I'm saying?
Incredible.
I
get it. I'm a believer.
You get it?
I am a firm believer. I believe. Yes.
We're trying to heal the world and make love, man.
Yo, man, you know what? You guys are gonna heal the world, change the world. They might just move the world to another planet just so it wasn't even tainted by the world that once was dealing with you guys. So it's incredible, man. Yeah,
I think we need you on the team because I think you can go up there and give some speeches.
I can't. Well, you know, I try, Mr. Christian. I try. I definitely try. Prince is not rolling up on me with the guitar or anything, but I'm just a guy. I'm a vessel. That's all I can do.
Well, we all are.
Yeah.
We all are vessels. And you have your own thing that you do, and what you do it well. I can hear it in your voice. Proud of you, brother.
Oh,
proud of Miss K, too.
Man,
I'm proud of both of you.
Thank you, Tony. You know,
yes.
It is truly has been an honor to have you, Tony. And if you would, I would like to invite you back again.
I'm
that would be
back
great.
Because I got some more stuff for you, and we're gonna be doing some more stuff together. And I'm just proud that you guys are doing your thing, and I will support you 1,000%. And so will my boys, Mazarati. We're down for you. You know. We got you.
As you can hear the fangirl in me is like, yes.
But we need some fried chicken and green.
Oh, you got it.
You are talking to the queen of the blog
we can't keep
right there. Yeah, Miss K, Lady K, is definitely the queen of all blogs. She's about to take over Blog Talk Radio. I'm just looking for a position in her cabinet at this point. I'm voting for her. I'm gonna put out the flyers. I'll wear a red cap. Anything I got to do to be down with this Metronome Theory movement. I must be a part of it. I must.
And it is a movement, people. It's a movement.
It is a movement. I think we got something going on right now. This is church.
Yes,
I think we're having church.
We are. Let the congregation say amen, please. Let the congregation say amen.
give it up.
That's right, man. We are on the line.
I wish I would have gave you some of Screamer stuff too as well, because he has this dude he has a very good record.
Wow.
His record is the bomb.
Yeah. I heard some of his stuff on Reverb Nation, but if you can get something to me, that'd be awesome. And I'd like him to be on as well. And we got to get Marvin on, because I got to tell you guys the story of my first meeting with Marvin for my blog. It was interesting. I actually, at the time, I had to get surgery. And and I was going for, and all that other stuff. And Marvin actually called me and left a message on my voicemail on my phone and in-house phone. When I got the messages, I started screaming like fangirl number one. I was like, oh my God, he called. Freaking out. My kids looking at me like, Mom. And I couldn't hardly speak. I grabbed the album cover, and I'm sitting here pointing. And my daughter sees your picture, Tony. She goes, he's gorgeous. And I'm like, yeah, that's Tony. He don't never age. But anyway. And I was
that's
like,
the Tony's never aging process.
I just like flipped out, and but I talked to him. He's so cool.
Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. One Gun is so cool.
Let me tell you something. We always told Marv, and we call him Marv, but the thing is, Marv has always been cool even at the age of 12.
He was just cool. He was a cool 12-year-old. He got out of
He was just one of those
school,
guys.
I mean,
everybody else is flipping out. Marv is in the corner going like this. Now, wait a minute. We have to all calm down.
It took everything in my power to talk to him and not freak out. I was freaking out on the inside, but I have to tell you, I handled my business real well because he didn't even know. And I remember because I got off the phone and I'm calling all my musician friends, telling them who I spoke to. And I'm like screaming and carrying on, and they're like, why don't you do that for us? I said, I know, and I love you guys. I said, but we're talking Marvin here. Mazarati, come on, guys. No comparison.
No, let me tell you, he is, and I would say this for all of the guys in the band, from Screamer. I mean, it's such an interesting group of guys. I mean, we are all together. It's like a nuclear bomb if we get in a room together, but the respect, the power, you can feel it. And so each one of these guys you will want as a brother.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
These guys won't let you down. They will give you the best advice that, it might hurt sometimes. And it takes chemistry, because, Sir Casey Terry was a radical leader, but the best brother you can have. Me, I'm a revolutionary. I don't like to sit and wait. We're going to take it.
Right.
Marv is cool, and you got all these different people, but they are so 1,000% strong in their own personalities. It's like you have to listen to this because and even Prince and Mark Brown and all these people, they you're talking about egos, not egos, but people that actually have confidence in what they believe in. Most people confuse it with ego, and most people confuse the ego with confidence. It's a fine line, right? Just like with a madman and a genius, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, but the thing is, when you have confidence, you have confidence. Don't let anybody take your confidence from you, and you don't exploit it and put people down because, we're all naive or ignorant to certain things. Me personally, I don't know how to fix a car engine, but I can play a hell out of a guitar.
Right,
so,
right.
You know what I mean?
You
and so, so I'm just saying. I mean, so we all can use each other to the point of learning, and don't make it look like, oh, you don't know how to fix a car. That's not what I do.
Right. Exactly.
Right? I'm a musician. I write music. I play a guitar. And I wouldn't let you feel naive or dumb if I'm writing a song and because you don't get a chord or a progression or what duration or truncation means and all the rest of it. I'm into that stuff. You might be a doctor. I don't know anything about medicine.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So, I mean, you can tell me, hey, to catch a cold, you might want to do that. Now, if you know what you're talking about, I'm going to listen. Like, I have to listen because I'm naive to the fact.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Just don't let I guess the bottom line to all that is just don't let your ego ever get in the way of anything. You can learn for all things, including an ant and a baby.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. Okay? You can learn compassion from a baby. And there's nothing better than a baby grabbing your finger and she's giving you that real smile and kissing you even though she's slobbing on your face. You're going to miss it one day.
Oh, yeah.
You will.
Well said. And
all right, I love you guys. You're so great.
We love you
Thank
too.
You for having me.
We really appreciate you,
we want you
Tony.
back.
We really appreciate you. Yes, we're
Now,
looking forward to that.
Mazarati,
Tony Christian. Yes.
The
She
Kayla
loves
told me,
surprises
you
too,
better,
Tony,
you better call right now.
Absolutely.
That's right. All that. Thank you,
She
Tony.
told me I better call right now.
Right now. I got these greens in this pot. I got this chicken in the oven. If you are not on this phone in 5 minutes and this plate is sitting on the table, it's going to be a problem. So,
exactly.
Like I said, I grew up poor, so if you're 5 minutes late getting to the table, the food is gone.
It's gone. It's gone.
And we
shout out to the Love in Milwaukee for their family members.
That's right.
Hey, I hope you guys are off for dinner, so we'll hook up.
Yeah. We'll hook up. We appreciate you there,
Tony. Thank you.
Okay, now if you want to do something real special for me, play one of those Mazarati cuts so we can give it all to a stroke or 100 miles an hour. Hit them.
Okay.
Hit him. We got you. As soon as Ms. Mills says so, we are on it. And actually, you know what? I'm thinking, we have Mr. Christian here with us today. So, and before you leave, I think that it would only be right that we send him off with the right kind of farewell, and we'll play that song for him one more time, and let the people really enjoy who you are, what you do, and and we appreciate you. The world appreciates you, and we will definitely, we're going to keep you in mind, and we're looking forward to you. And if you want to bring the people, I know you're with We the People, so if you want to bring the people, bring them over. We'll just buy a couple more chickens, and we'll
let me tell you something. Now, I walk around with a heavier entourage. I don't know if I can afford all that.
Oh, we'll call in reinforcement.
Okay.
Yes. I'll raid the bank.
I think we should just do a private thing
with
my new brother and sister here. Let's do a private thing with my new brother and sister here, and
let's
take some pictures for the people.
All right.
Oh man, Tony,
I love you guys.
We appreciate you. Thank you, sir.
Love you. Thank you, Tony.
We'll be talking now.
One day we can live
okay. You want to talk to them?
And that was my new friend Tony Christian with We the People. And since we are down to our last minute in counting, I am going to take time to shout out some people. I want to shout out the from Detroit. I want to shout out Trent Lundy from Ohio. And I need to shout out Propaganda. I know. Yes, they are a reggae band out of Ocala. You guys, you know what? Next week, we're going to pick this up. We're going to get to those people that I just named and some more. We're even going to bring the Mac back, Chromax. Yes, they have a new song. We're going to bring out New Rock Soul and my brother, Bernice Mills from New Haven. You know, we got to represent the hometown.
Incredible.
I really, really want to thank you, my brother, for being my right-hand man tonight. And I want to say, and I really want to say this to everybody. Tony gave us some really cool words of wisdom, and I really want to add to that by saying good, better, best. Never, ever let it rest. So your good is better, and your better is your best. And I want to thank everyone for listening to Metronome Theory Live and the Metronome Theory website. And be sure to listen to be sure to listen to my man Azborn Bey on Mondays, More Power Monday, also sponsored by the Macintosh Mogul Media.
Appreciate
and with that being said,
Lady K, we love you.
I love you too. So, good night.
Peace.
Messages received from Eric Azborn Bey, Nuclear Poet Macintosh.
Contour presents Terrible Impersonations. Yo, Adrian!
So fluffy!
Say hello to my little friend. With Contour's voice remote, you don't have to be good, you just have to say it and your TV finds it.
Hey, son of a nutcracker!
Voice remote on Contour from Cox. Cable TV reimagined to get you right to the good stuff. Available to residential customers in Cox service areas. Broadband Wi-Fi connection required for app-based viewing. Not all famous movie quotes are searchable. Other conditions apply. Contour presents terrible impersonations. Yo, Adrian!
So fluffy.
Say hello to my little friend. With Contour's voice remote, you don't have to be good, you just have to say it and your TV finds it.
Hey, son of a nutcracker!
Voice remote on Contour from Cox. Cable TV reimagined to get you right to the good stuff. Available to residential customers in Cox service areas. Broadband Wi-Fi connection required for app-based viewing. Not all famous movie quotes are searchable. Other conditions apply.